Welcome to the Laughing Horror News Show, brought to you by the Laughing Horror Podcast. Today is Wednesday, May 10th, and here are the horror headlines from the past few days. The horror genre kicked some serious butt at the MTV Music Awards on Sunday night. Stranger Things took home Show of the Year, while Millie Bobby Brown won the gender-neutral Best Actor in a Show award. Other notable wins consisted of Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who won Best Villain for his portrayal of Negan on AMC's The Walking Dead, while coming from the film Get Out, we had Lil Rel Howery, who won Best Comedic Performance, while the film star Daniel Kaluuya took home the Next Generation Award. So congrats to all the winners, and maybe this will shut up those who keep saying that horror is dead. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles DLC will be making its way to your PS4 next Tuesday. The game will be bringing you remastered versions of the original maps and a handful of new content, more than enough to give you your zombie hunting muscles a good workout. Also, for the first 8 days, the game is offering players a chance at double experience awards. Once again, this will be made available on May 16th on PS4. Chiller Slasher is currently filming their second season, and we have the synopsis for it right here. Brought together by a horrific secret they've long kept buried, a group of former friends must return in the dead of winter to the now closed summer camp they worked at 5 years before. Deep in the snow-covered wilderness, the rundown camp has now become private and isolated intentional community cut off from civilization by weather, wilderness, and choice. The group's secretive reason to return caused tension and tempers to flare. Before long, they find themselves gruesomely targeted by someone or something out for horrific revenge. The location's isolation starts to wear on relationships and expose surprising secrets, and as the winter worsens, so does the killer's grisly spree. As Blood and the mismatched group must try to not just escape the killer's retribution, but also survive the deadly elements. The show is currently filming in and around Orangeville, Ontario. As mentioned before on the podcast, The Lawnmower Man is getting a 4K release. We now have details regarding the special features coming with the film. So to start, it is getting a 4K scan of the inner positive. It's also getting a featurette entitled Cyber God Creating the Lawnmower Man. Several interviews with the co-writers, directors, actors, editor, makeup artists, and special effects coordinator, as well as an audio commentary with co-writer and director Brett Leonard, as well as co-writer and producer Gimel Everett. It also includes deleted scenes, as well as much, much more. So the film is available as of June 20th, but if you pre-order now via Screen Factory, you can not only get the film sent to you 2 weeks early, but you get an 18 by 24-inch poster of the new artwork for the film. It's been announced that Hellboy is getting a reboot, which is to be helmed by director Neil Marshall, and having David Arbor starring as Hellboy himself. I have a lot of questions and concerns with this, but I'm going to leave it as is with this current news till I'm able to figure out what my personal thoughts on the matter really are. Dario Argento's Stendhal Syndrome will be getting a 2K restoration thanks to Blue Underground, and will have tons of special features. It'll be made available on June 25th, but until then, here is the synopsis. One beautiful police detective, Anna Manny, follows the bloody trail of the sophisticated serial murderer/rapist through the streets of Italy. The young woman falls victim to the bizarre Stendhal Syndrome, a hallucinatory phenomenon which causes her to lose her mind and memory in the presence of powerful works of art. Trapped in this twilight realm, Anna plunges deeper and deeper into sexual psychosis until she comes to know the killer's madness more intimately than she ever imagined. Empire Motion Pictures will be giving Ichi the Killer a full restoration. Unfortunately, no details have as of yet been given to us, but you can find them as soon as they are available right here. So just to let you guys know, there's been a lot of deaths in the industry in the last 24 hours. Typically what I do is I like to cover the last couple of days in news just so I can get some additional details, basically work stuff together instead of bringing you some faulty news or anything like that. There's at least time for me to do some research on it. In this scenario, these people have all passed away, and obviously I know and I'm aware of this prior to it happening, so I'm going to announce that news as well. So we're going to start off with Mary Sony, the actress who had the lead role in Dogtooth, I believe, had passed away at the age of 30. And according to Dread Central, she was found dead in her apartment after she had called police. As of yet, there is no identification as to how she has passed away. And yesterday, we lost Yoshimitsu Banno. He passed away at the age of 86. The man is most famously known for his Godzilla films, including Godzilla vs. Hedorah, which is Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. Then we also have actor Kenny Miller, who was kind of a B horror icon in the 50s. From his two most popular films was I Was a Teenage Werewolf and Attack of the Puppet People. He passed away from pneumonia at the age of 85. Then we also lost Stanley Weston. This name may not be familiar to you guys at all, but Weston is actually credited for being the creator of action figures, with some of his work including G.I. Joe and Thundercats, according to what the Dread Central report says. I'm sure each and every one of you, male or female, has had fond memories of being a child and playing with some sort of action figure, so I figured I would definitely mention this to you guys. And finally, the one that really shook me up, threw me off here, was Michael Parks has passed away. Unfortunately, Kevin Smith had to report his death to the online community. Michael Parks passed away at the age of 77. For those of you who aren't overly familiar with him, he was in films such as Dusk Till Dawn, one of Kevin Smith's most recent films, Tusk, which he played Crazy Old Man, which was really entertaining. Red State, he was awesome in that, as well as from what I'm seeing here, Grindhouse. So yeah, that's everything that we've got thus far. Hopefully nobody else passes away as I'm mentioning this to you guys. But with that being said, our condolences to the family, friends, colleagues, anybody, fans, friends. I already said friends. But yeah, so rest in peace, all of yous. And we do appreciate everything that you've done for either the film industry or our childhood in one case. So with that being said and done, that's all for today. If you want to check out the podcast or any of our links, you can do so by checking the links in the description below. We also have a contest happening on the podcast where you can win a free Laughing Horror Podcast t-shirt. All you have to do is treat yourself to a horror pack subscription. And by going through my link, horrorpack.com/go/laughing-horror, in order to not only help out the show, but you could save yourself $3 at the same time. So that link is going to be available in the description below in case you want to check it out as well. So I do want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys on Friday, hopefully with some better news.